Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. As we know, the Sephora sale is coming up and I just wanted to share with you some of my favorite recommendations. So I have a bunch of clipaways of me actually applying these products. Most of them are on my face right now, which will give you an idea of what they may look like. So first I'm going to begin with the Fluid Sheer. This is the Glow Enhancer from Giorgio Armani. And the reason why I love this product is because it gives you a really nice glow on your skin. And I do use this as a primer. Sometimes this can also be mixed in with your foundation or layered on the bottom or on the top as if you'd like over your foundation, or you can also use this as a highlight. The reason why I like this product so much is because I feel like it really holds my foundation well on my face. It also gives me a very subtle glow if I'm using it underneath my foundation. And I just really like that. Even for the fall and winter months, I do like to have a little bit of a fresh, healthy glow to my skin, and this works really well. The next product that I'm going to be sharing is one of my favorite foundations of all time, and every time that the sale comes around, I always repurchase this just to have an extra one on hand, because this foundation is so buildable and you can have it be very light coverage. You can mix, especially if you're mixing one of the fluid sheers with it, or just on its own. I did use a beauty blender to apply this. If you use a makeup brush, you can get a little bit of a fuller coverage. And like I said, it's very buildable. It makes your skin look so flawless, and I love the lasting power of this foundation. I feel like it wears very well throughout the day. And that is the Giorgio Armani Neo Nude Foundation. I'm wearing the shade number 6, and it's just beautiful. I feel like this can be used on a variety of skin tones. Even if you are oily, if you have drier skin, then you just avoid setting this down with powder, and it wears so well. If you have a chance to try this in store, or if you would like to make a purchase, I think you will absolutely love this. This is the foundation that I recommend to everybody, and I always get such positive feedback from it. My mom also has a little bit of an oilier skin type, and she loves this foundation as well. I've recommended it to friends that have skin that is a little bit more dry. For myself, I have combination skin, and I feel like it works perfectly as well. So go ahead and give this foundation a go if you're looking to incorporate a new foundation into your routine. Sometimes I even find myself, while I'm using this foundation, I don't necessarily always need to apply concealer. First, because I feel like the shade is just such a good match for me, and second, because of the coverage. If I shear it out around my face and I just apply a little bit more under my eye if I need to, it wears very well all on its own. And I did set my face today. I usually just set under my eyes and my T-zone, where I tend to get a little bit more oily. But if you would want this to be very glowy and sheer, you don't have to set this foundation at all. And next, for concealer, I'm recommending a favorite. On days where I'm not wearing a base, so I'm not wearing any foundation, I just go ahead and apply this concealer pretty much all over, like my chin, my nose, underneath my eyes, and a little bit on my forehead. And it's very creamy, it's rich in texture. That's why I feel like it wears very well on its own. And that is the Dior Forever Skin Correct Foundation. I have the shade 1.5 Neutral. And I like my concealer to be about 2 shades lighter than my actual skin tone. I do love my concealer to give me a lot of brightness under my eyes and the areas that I'm using it, and I feel like this is perfect. Sometimes when my skin is feeling a bit more dry, I find myself not setting it around my chin, my forehead, and areas like that. It doesn't crease that much, but I'll tell you that I do have some wrinkles under my eyes, and I have a lot of movement in my eyes when I speak. So in general, all concealers will crease a little bit on me, but that's totally fine. I don't mind it with this one. It's easy to touch up. It's easy to wear. I don't find myself having to go back and fix it. It's not blotchy. And it just goes very well with all of my other foundations, and as I mentioned, on its own. So I would highly recommend this one. I have repurchased this about 3 or 4 times now. And again, I'm strictly speaking about some of my absolute favorite products here, because when the Sephora sale comes around, I like to stock up on things that I know that as soon as this finishes, I will need to go out and buy another one. Next, I have a little bit of a splurge product, and I just absolutely love this. I think the Sephora sale is the perfect time to buy this if you'd like to give it a try. And that is the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate. Today, I'm wearing the shade 01. And this is what this looks like. I love this product. I feel like it just wears so well on your skin. It's like butter, and I don't always find myself needing to put a bronzer on top, though I do like to do that just to help set it down a little bit. But if you choose not to do that and just wear this on its own, it goes on so beautifully on the skin. That's what the contour shade looks like. And I know a lot of people say that they don't like to wear the highlighter and they only buy this for the contour, but I love the highlighter. First of all, I think the color's perfect. It's very light, but when you end up putting it on your skin, it just looks very glass-like, very fresh, and it does keep some of that creamy feeling on your skin, so it doesn't set down completely. But I don't mind that at all, and it just looks so luminous. That's why I love this, because I use the highlighter and the contour as well. And the contour shade, this one in particular, is a little bit bronzy. It's not very cool toned, which is why I like to use this all over. And for contour, you can see around my nose and my lips, I love to do a little lip contour. I always use the Westman Atelier Face Trace Contour Stick in the shade Biscuit. And you can see compared the two, the Westman Atelier is more cool toned and this one is not. And this is literally how much I have left of the Westman Atelier product. It is so beautiful as well. The Westman Atelier one is a little bit more, I don't want to say dry, but it's definitely not as creamy as the Tom Ford one. And sometimes I do use that to contour too, but usually when I'm applying more bronzer on top and things like that, the makeup look is just a little bit heavier on the days that I tend to do that. And the Tom Ford just kind of replaces all of those steps for me. But you could try either one of those. Actually, I recommend trying both. I always have 2 in my kit. I believe that they didn't reformulate this one, but they changed the packaging. It has the Tom Ford logo here now as well, instead of just on the bottom of the packaging. But I haven't gotten a chance to try the new product because I just started using this fresh one. If somebody does have the chance to try the new one, please let me know if you think that they've been reformulated, or if you think that they're exactly the same. I think they should be. These are so beautiful. Next, for my blush, another Westman Atelier product I love so much, especially now for the fall and winter months. This is my favorite shade, and this is the blush in the shade Petal. And it just goes on so natural, so flawless. I know that the camera can kind of cancel out your blush. You don't see it as much. But this is such a gorgeous blush. It's so easy to use. You can apply it with your fingertips. You can apply it with a beauty blender. You can apply it with a blush brush. And it just looks good under powder, over powder, on its own. I like my makeup to look more cohesive. So I apply it on the cheeks. I go a little bit over the bridge of my nose. I apply some even on top of my eyes and right here. So everything comes together very well. It's buildable. It looks very natural, especially this shade on me. And I absolutely love it. If someone is looking for a new blush this season, or you would like to give this product a go and you're considering it, I highly recommend that you purchase this. And it lasts you quite a long time. I've had this for maybe a year now, and I use it quite often. And you can see I still have quite a bit of blush left. I guess because we don't need so much blush, I do use the contour stick a little bit more, and you just cover a lot more on your face as far as contour goes. And that's why that gets used up a little bit more quickly. But these two products are absolutely amazing. I love Westman Atelier. I love every single product that she puts out there. And these two are a great start if you're looking to try something from her line. So next, you did see me use a little bit of bronzer, and the one that I chose to use is the Christian Dior in the shade Amber Bronze 06. And again, I particularly like this for the fall and winter months because the shade works really well for me and it blends out really well. It doesn't stay blotchy on your skin. I like the longevity of this product. I also love the packaging. I mean, how can you resist this? It's cushiony here. It's very luxurious. I enjoy using this product a lot. And once again, I just used this to set some of that Tom Ford shade and illuminate that I was using. Sorry, shade and illuminate in the intensity one. These go very well together, and I like to use this on its own too. So if I'm not using any kind of cream contour underneath, this works really well on its own. And I just like this shade in particular for me. It's also very soft, this bronzer. It's not dry. And it just goes on to the skin very well. Sometimes I find that certain bronzers can make you look blotchy and dry around, just depending on their texture and the way that they're formulated. This does not do that at all. So highly recommend the Dior Amber Bronze powder. The next product that I would like to recommend is another Westman Atelier. These are the iPods. I have the set. They come in 3 like this. They're magnetic, so they all stick together, which is great. I love how compact they are. They're great for travel, and I love that if you just want to bring one with you, throw it in your makeup bag or throw it in your travel bag, they come apart. So, and now they're sold individually. I believe this tabac shade is sold individually. I'm not sure if all of them are, and this one. This is neige, and the third one I have is chocolat, which I like to use as a little bit of a eyeliner with a brush. Some people say online that these don't apply well, but I apply them with my fingertips and I think they're great. They also have not a powder formula, but they're also not too creamy. It's just the perfect mix. And it's not too gel-like. And I always get compliments. I mean, when I got this shade, I didn't know if tabac would look good on me. To be honest, I found that maybe this can be just a bit too orange. I like to use makeup that is very bronzy, a little bit on the warm neutral side. And when I started wearing this, I remember several people were like, your eyeshadow looks so good today. And it is these. I find myself reusing them all the time. And I don't like to have these really big eyeshadow palettes because I just don't find that I use all the colors and they just end up kind of laying there and going to waste. But this is perfect. So I really do recommend that you give this a try. And if one color in particular sticks out to you, you can buy these individually. And another product that I would like to mention from the eye category is the Givenchy mascara. This is what I have on right now. It's Black Disturbia 01, and this gives you so much volume. I love this mascara. It doesn't leave those black lines under the eyes throughout the day. It doesn't have any fallout. It does not smudge. It lasts. And one of my favorite things about this mascara is that it holds your curls so well. I do curl my eyelashes every single time before I apply a mascara, and this is just a great one. I constantly find myself repurchasing this, especially when the sale is going on, which is why I would like to recommend this to you. Another product that I recommend and I always purchase during the Sephora sale is a beauty blender. You can see that I have a fresh one here. I do go through them. I wash them every single time that I use them, but sometimes the pigments on our products don't end up washing well. Also, this is a sponge. It is recommended that you switch this out quite often. So I like to have a beauty blender. Also, again, for travel or having on the go with you, it's a good product. It doesn't take up a lot of space, and I feel like this is that one product that you can do pretty much all your cream makeup with, which is why I always have a beauty blender on hand. Next, for some of my favorite lip liners, I do tend to stay in the same family when I'm using lip liners, and those are all nudes and browns. I don't switch out my lip color often. I will try to do that, but on an everyday basis, I just love my nudes and browns. So I have plenty, but I've narrowed it down to 3 that you may want to try out this sale. And that is the Gucci lip liner. I believe this is the shade Nude. Then I have the Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Iconic Nude, and I have the Natasha Denona I Need a Lip Crayon in the shade Dana. Now, this is the Natasha Denona. This is the Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Gucci. So they're all pretty similar, but different in their own way. Anybody that loves a nude lip will tell you that. So out of all 3, the Natasha Denona, the longevity is the best. Once you apply this, this will literally last you hours. And it is a little bit dry, but I always apply some kind of a lip balm, lip gloss, or lipstick over, so that doesn't bother me at all. And you can see that it just stays on so well. The second one, the Charlotte Tilbury, it has a little bit of pink in there, but it's still such a good solid nude. And it's a little bit more creamy, you can see. And then the third is the Gucci. I've made a mess on my hand, but I hope that gives you a good idea. The Gucci is a little bit more of a lighter nude, which is why you saw that I used that on the inner part of my lips right now, and on the outer I have the Natasha Denona, and I love them. I switch between them, I mix them. I have plenty of more nude lipsticks, lip pencils that I could show you, but these are my top 3. I absolutely love them. And the Gucci is a repurchase. The Natasha Denona actually lasts me so well. I mean, I go through the Gucci one fast because I feel like this is the one that you have to reapply more. It doesn't last as long. The Natasha Denona does. Like if I put this on once a day until I come back home, I just feel like if I throw some lip gloss over, I don't need to reapply that. And the Charlotte Tilbury, the longevity is quite good on that one as well. But once again, out of all 3, the Natasha Denona is very, very long lasting. I absolutely love that one. Next, for some of my favorite lip products, I like to have a lip gloss or a lip balm on pretty much all the time over any makeup look. My lips do get quite dry, and especially during the seasons changing, I feel like they're even drier. So though I do love to use lip liners, I always have some kind of a gloss over top just to seal in my lips and give me some hydration. Now, I recently tried these and I didn't expect them to be so good, because when you first look at this product, you just think, well, it's just like any other lip balm. It is a little bit pricier than a lot of the lip products out there, and you may think, why do I need these? These are the Bobbi Brown, they're the lip tints, and I have 3 shades here. I have 2 more somewhere in my bags, and I love them because they're so pigmented and they actually last really well. They're also extremely hydrating. And it's just such a great product. Like, do not let these fool you. This is the shade Bare Nectar, which is what I have on today over my lip liner. Then I have Bare Melon, which is orange, a little bit orange. I was using this more in the summertime. And I have Bare Bloom, which is one of my favorites. It's a light pink. You can see, but it doesn't go on like that. It goes on a lot more sheer. And these are so beautiful. They're compact. I do like things that fit really well together when I organize my makeup. And these are so cute. I love to throw them in my bag. I reapply them throughout the day. And I'll tell you, even if the glossy part goes away, the pigment does really stay on. And they make your lips look so fresh, plump, and juicy, which is why I love these so much. So I would definitely recommend that you get at least one of the shades that speaks out to you, and go ahead and try that out. Another lip product that I love so much is the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. I have the shade, I don't think this has a shade, but this is the clear one. This is vanilla. They have some other ones that are colored, and if you were to compare this to the Neige lip sleeping mask, first I would say that this is better. I'm one of those people that find the Neige to be a little bit drying on the lips. So first it feels very hydrating, but then I feel like it just dries my lips out, and I have this need to constantly reapply it. This is not like that at all. First of all, I like that it's a squeezy tube, so you can take this on the go with you and throw it in your bag. And second, this is so hydrating on the lips. It actually does something. Like, I feel like it actually nourishes my lips when I wear it, and it looks really great over any other lip product just to give you that shine. And it makes your lips feel so healthy. And I also like that they changed the packaging. The other packaging, I feel like when you would open it, you would just have a lot of the lip product unnecessarily come out, and it was just wasting it. This is perfect. I love what they did with these products. Now they have some like this, but that have pigment to it, and I'm excited to try those too. This is so beautiful. It does have that vanilla scent to it. It doesn't bother me at all. It's not overpowering, and like I said, my most favorite thing about this is how hydrating this is. So I definitely love this one. So that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for following along and watching. I wanted to make this video not too overwhelming, to have almost just one product from each category that I could recommend, instead of throwing all these products out at you and then you say, well, which one is better? Which one should I get? These are my absolute favorites. And I'll tell you, out of all these products, I constantly find myself, repurchasing these during the sale, which is why I wanted to recommend them. Like this one, I always repurchase. I had this in a lighter shade number 5, but it was just way too light for my skin tone. So I got the shade number 6. Love this. The fluid shears, I have backups of these. Unfortunately, this one was sold out, so I could only get a backup of this one. I love those as well. The Westman Atelier, the Dior, I've repurchased this several times. I have so many of my family members hooked on this concealer. This is my second Tom Ford shade in Illuminate, and just so many of these products are my absolute favorites, which is exactly why I wanted to recommend them to you, to go ahead and purchase and to try this Sephora sale. I believe it starts at the end of October. If you do end up getting any of these products, please comment down below. Let me know if you enjoyed them, which ones your favorites were, and if you've tried any of these products and what you think about them. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.